Commentary, Blue Commentary, Burgundy Commentary, Comment Blue Commentary, Burgundy Blue Commentary, Blue Commentary, Burgundy Commentary, Commentary.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Sorry, no microphone today. I really have to run out for work, but I thought this was quite interesting. I'm gonna try to claim fair use, copyright, all of that good stuff, fair use, copyright laws, for this, because I actually did see. I was on a live this morning, where Raeshandra, who's on our left here on our screens with the long blonde hair, she goes by Rae, and her wife Lashondra have now filed for divorce. If you don't know them, they're like a TikTok famous couple. As a matter of fact, Rae, she's been invited to Beyonce's concert. I want to say, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, 3 times by Beyonce's camp. Like, she has over 1 million followers. You may know her from I'm going to play a little bit of this. And before I do it, thanks for being here. Hit the like if you're here, if you're available to. Let me read this copyright. Okay, copyright, I'm claiming fair use. Okay, and that's what I have to say. I'm gonna post it as well. The reason I'm doing that is because I was on a TikTok live this morning, and Raeshandra went live with a TikToker who was covering the divorce. At first, they said they weren't going to say anything about it, but she went live and broke it down, y'all. And I just been, and the reason I felt like I want to cover this is outside of my sister wives domain, is because I was following her when she was just Shop AIF, a boutique, online, and I came across her on Instagram actually when she was saying, hey, I'm homeless, I'm moving. She had won this scholarship. Now this is what we know her from on TikTok. She usually does a class and she's like, let's check the board and all of this. But at this point, she had said, and pause, I posted my copyright in the description box. I don't feel like reading all that. Y'all get it. So someone was going back, someone was reporting the live, while the girl was live, and we have to say it probably was her ex-wife. This is assumption. Her ex-wife, Lashondra. It might have been her reporting it, or her child, because it's 2 children involved. So you guys, I'm giving you a little background real quick. So I found them on TikTok. However, Rae, who we know from here, and this is what I remember, a lot of things on memory. I'd have to do a breakdown later. She's a veteran. So I believe she was in the service. She's a veteran. And she even ran for council at one point. Okay. So I'm giving you the breakdown. This is how long I've been following her. She actually ran for council. She was a veteran and she was homeless. And she describes this I'm going to play the TikTok video for you. She describes her homelessness and things of that nature. And about 6 years ago, I want to say 6 years ago, 4 years ago, they've been married. You guys correct me in the comments. But she was on Say Yes to Address as well. So Rae, she's actually, she's been in the limelight a little bit, but it wasn't until this that she started taking over on TikTok with over 1 million followers. Okay. Over 1 million followers. All right. So I was live the other day, and this was a while ago. Brett and Judy even invited them to her baby shower. Brett, at one point, Judy, and the Brat bought a lot of things from her store to support and retweeted them. So they're real popular in the LGBTQIA community. Okay. So they turned around and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to get a divorce. Thank you to my good sis for telling me about the fair use. Thank you so much. So so she went live. I'm going to get a divorce. And it was a shock because they just was holding hands the other day going to the Renaissance concert and going to gay pride and opening up all these shows where I would say Rae was, right? And it was no sign of we didn't see nothing. That goes back to, don't let these people that you see on the internet be your relationship goals. I know a lot of people do look at people and say, oh, I wish I had a relationship like that. We never know what goes on behind closed doors. Or these influencers, hint the pink sauce lady walking around talking about she's a billionaire, gazillionaire, then talking about she's been homeless all year. Like, it's crazy, right? So, y'all, these two ended up homeless again. Now, if you didn't know, Rae was homeless before. When she came up and started popping on Instagram and got on Klein for Say Yes to the Dress and all that stuff. Before that, she was homeless, and she said she was homeless because she trusted her mother with some funds, and this, I'm saying allegedly, and allegedly this is what she covered, that her mother gambled away all her money. So, y'all, this is the thing I don't get. Much like Shirley Strawberry, this girl goes on a board and gives us catchy life lessons and advice. And the stuff she is telling us is happening to her is it is ridiculous. They are getting evicted. Now, I repeat, she has been homeless before, living hotel to hotel. I can remember her describing a story and showing us how she started, and she got this $15,000 grant that someone told her not to apply for. She ended up winning the grant and opening up this fabulous boutique, right? And from there, now, exactly, Shirley Strawberry 2.0. It's like, how are you in these relationships? And yes, before you guys come for me, I'm not married, but how are you guys in these relationships and don't know what's going on at all? I mean, it'd be like at all. I mean, I understand somewhat, you're not all in somebody's business, you're not going through the phone, but even your living situation, you don't know at all what's happening. People coming to confiscate this and that, but okay, so let's get into it. Let's listen to part 1. This is part 6 actually, and I wanted to start on part 6 because she tells us about, and this is Rae with the blonde hair talking, she tells us about what is going on with her and Lashondra and why they're divorcing. Now, Rae is a social media influencer. Lashondra here in the red polo, she's a pastor / bishop / she also manages rental properties. Okay, it's crazy. All right, let's listen to part 6 because this is the part I want you to really, really dive into because it just didn't make sense. This didn't make sense. Let me just pull it up right quick.
Myself,
and then we'll go part 1 when she's telling us.
And
sorry, guys. When she's telling us exactly how her wife is a scammer. She's telling us her wife is a scammer. Now let's go to it. Hold on. And it's like, okay, so don't get me wrong. Somebody could be a scammer. Somebody could be anything. It got to the point where we're talking about now they hated that the wife allegedly hated her kids. The kids could despise each other. It's like y'all was still married or together 6 years, and this is just being aired out. What is going on? The kids being called names and everything. So let's go to this part. This is what I want you to hear. It's about money. Now remember, Rae has over 1 million followers on TikTok. She has a successful boutique. She's a successful influencer, and they're allegedly being evicted for $2,700 plus court costs, plus I think they didn't pay the sewer and water, but $2,700. Okay, with a following like that. Now let's listen to this part.
Insanity. I said when I came back, Lashondra, if you lie to me again, I'm leaving. Okay? That was 2021. Now, here we are back in 2023. I'm sitting at the airport the rental property that she applied for, because we got to move, denied us. Why? Because your fucked up credit, and now you done brought my credit down. Because you just told me that you defaulted on the loan that I co-signed on. So of course it's not gonna get approved. Okay? Listen, I don't know where it is. So here we go. So then I called my best friend, right? I said, best friend, this is what is going on. Okay? She says to me, well, friend, let me tell you, do you know that Lashondra borrowed $1,000 from me and my wife? What? I said, when? When did she borrow $1,000 from my best friend? She said, about a month before y'all got married. She said that y'all needed money for finish paying for your dress and some other stuff. I said, my daddy bought my dress. I was on say yes to the dress. Okay? You think they gonna let me walk out of Kleinfeld on them? Huh? They said they thought I knew. They didn't know that I didn't know that she borrowed money from my friends.
You just thought it was a gift.
Yes, she told me that they gifted us $1,000. She did not say that she borrowed $1,000 from my friend. It took her a year and a half to pay them back. And they see us out here living our lives and feeling some type of way because my wife owes them money and I don't know it.
Okay, I want to pause that there and add some commentary to that. So at the beginning, she was telling us about in 2021, she caught her up on a lie, a semi-scam, and she was like, look, you lied to me again, I'm out of here. So now we're fast forward to 2023, they're getting evicted, okay? So we'll get to that part, but basically she saw a sign on the door that said eviction. So they're getting evicted, and she's like, okay, we need to find a place. So they apply for the place and they're denied. And she's like, well, we're denied because you defaulted on a loan that I gave, that I let you have, right? That I co-signed for. When I don't believe in co-signing for people, not even my children, but I'm going to go ahead and co-sign for this loan. Well, allegedly, her wife never paid a dime on the loan. So now both their credit messed up. Okay. So they applied for this place and now they can't get it, right? So she goes to tell her best friend, who she's in the room with now at this time. She says, hey, best friend, guess what? I'm about to be evicted. I don't know what to do. So the best friend said, well, let me go back to 6 years ago or whatever, however long ago. Yeah, about 4 to 6 years ago when they were married. She was like, let's go back and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened when I was your wife and borrowed $1,000 from my wife and I. And she was like, what? And she's like, I had no idea. So allegedly it was her wedding day, and her wife went to her best friend and said, can I borrow $1,000 from y'all to finish getting the dress? And now she's telling us that this been through the years. So now she's telling us, well, hey, I knew nothing about it. I thought they had gifted us $1,000. So my thing is, what kind of communication is it between you and your best friend? Because it's a year and a half before your wife pay you back. And yes, she see them living their life on social media. She see them out and about, going to this concert, that concert, celebrating. They have millions of views. She has over 200, I have to check it today, 200 million views. Like, the girl is successful on social media. And it's not a couple's page, it's just her page, right? But she does feature her wife. Now you sat up there and said, hey, you living your life. By the way, now, since you told me you're getting evicted, this is the way I interpret it. So you told me, let me tell you that on your wedding day, your wife borrowed $1,000 from us and never paid us back. Now that is bananas. Like, y'all never gonna talk about that? Y'all let me know what you think about that. Okay, now she's gonna tell us another story on how her wife scammed, because she's calling people. So she's getting evicted and she's calling people person to person, like, y'all won't believe this. I'm getting evicted. Lashondra did this. And then they like, well, let me tell you about your wife. Let's go to the next story.
Okay? So now I'm livid. Now I'm livid. I say, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to lay down. Okay? The next day, I get up, I go to the boutique. I'm talking to my friend Ashley at the boutique. I'm telling her, bitch, I'm about to be homeless again. And all the other shit that I found out. And you know what she says to me? She says, well, friend. I said, well, friend, what? Lashondra owes me money from June. I say, what? She said she owes me money from June. I said, for what? She says, when her bishop came down, they stayed at the Airbnb upstairs above the boutique. And I haven't been paid. Okay? So then I get on the phone and I call Lashondra's bishop and I say, hey, my friend Ashley says her and her husband hasn't been paid from the Airbnb stay when y'all came down. She said, let me send you the screenshot. She hung the phone up. She hung the phone up and sent me the screenshot. They sent Lashondra that money June 26th. Okay? June 26th. So if you sent the money June 26th, then why hasn't my friend Ashley been paid for the Airbnb stay? Where's the fucking money? Okay?
Okay, we go pause it there. Yes, not I'm about to be homeless again. Sis, this is crazy. So now this is what I don't get with the story, and I'm just trying to put my thought process on it. These women are grown in their 40s. This Rae has been homeless before, and she technically just let Lashondra take care of everything. She sends Lashondra the money to pay all the bills, the housing, the lights, the gas, the sewage, allegedly pay all of that, right? From what we understand, where she's to the point where she's shocked that the sheriff left a notice of eviction at this point. This is bananas, because that's one of my triggers, to be homeless, like to not have a roof over my head, to get, I like I said, no shame in my channel. I'll tell you, I've been evicted before, and to sit up there and that is a triggering experience, to have to go to court or to worry about if your stuff going to be set out, or don't know where you're going to go and got to come up with a security deposit if your credit get messed up. Like, she let one person put her and her child's welfare and her business, because now you're involving the boutique, at risk. Now, this is the thing. Now, this is friend number 2 so far that I'm playing for y'all. That the wife is going to her people to borrow money, or people are paying the wife and not paying the person they deal business with or friendship with. Where do they do that at? I am so confused. Like, you're my friend. I do business with you. I help run an Airbnb and a boutique with you, or however it goes. Or you're my best friend. I'm your best woman at the wedding. And your significant other is coming to me for money. Nobody's bringing this to her attention at all. And this is more than one friend. So let's get to the creme de la creme. Now, this is what had my mouth wide open, because now we're talking about Rae's brother. So now Rae's brother is involved. Let's go.
Every time I talk to somebody, she owes them money. Okay? My brother has been cash apping Lashondra his rent for the past 12 months. Because he...
Okay. I ain't laughing at it. I really couldn't. So Rae, over here on the left, if you're not familiar with the blonde hair, her brother has been cash apping her wife his rent for 12 months. Now, in your head, you'll say, well, maybe he stayed with them. Maybe he's renting the basement or a room in the back. No. This is in an apartment building that Lashondra does not own, from my understanding, but she's a property manager of. So someone else owns the building, but Rae brother, who lives in the building, is cash apping. Well, we know how tricky, that could get with bigger funds. Cash apping the property manager his rent for 12 months. A grown man.
Actually been paid for the Airbnb stay.
Let's hear that one more time.
Where's the fucking money? Okay? Every time I talk to somebody, she owes them money. Okay? My brother has been cash apping Lashondra his rent for the past 12 months because he lives on that property. I said, what, Morris? He said, yeah, for the past year. So y'all tell me, do y'all think that Lashondra is going to go to the ATM machine or anywhere and withdraw that money, get a money order, and run it through the system? Because she can't run it through as herself because she works there. But it's the fact that you're accepting federal money through your personal cash app.
Now, okay. This is what I don't get. So again, Lashondra allegedly with the red polo, okay, has been getting cash apps from her wife, brother, to pay the rent. And so then Rae explained to us now, I don't know Morris. I haven't seen Morris on her page, so I hope he's well and okay, because I'm trying to figure this out. If he lives in the complex, why he don't walk his rent down to the office and pay? Why is he cash apping Lashondra his rent? And then, and we heard from Rae's mouth, do you think she's going to go to the ATM, get a money order, and pay the rent? Now, you guys who watch them, let me know if Morris is okay. And I'm not being funny. Like, is he not able to go down to the office? Because most times you can pay online nowadays, especially a bigger complex like this one they're speaking of. You could just go online and pay your rent. So if you could cash app somebody, you could definitely go, because you got to be connected to something, right? So you could definitely send your rent in, because even Cash App have a debit card number you can use, right? So this is my thing. Rae is telling us she knew none of this was going on. So now we got her best friend, her business partner, and her other friend giving money, the best friend giving money, and now the brother giving money all to the wife, when they're all centered around Rae. And then they're watching Rae live her best life, going to Beyonce. She also had got the gastric sleeve too, which was pretty cool. She took us on a journey of that. But she did have the surgery. And then so she took us on that. But we're watching her live her best life and travel and this and that. And now she's getting evicted for $2,700 because her wife didn't pay the rent. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm also wondering, because their house was huge. So was that, I think it was just 2 months of rent. So yeah, it was a huge house. So let's go. Let's listen. Y'all let me know. Like, would your friends do that? Like, or would your friends sort of keep a secret the whole time for 6 years? Like, yeah, I'll never let her know I paid for her wedding dress. Or I'll never let her know that the Airbnb was not paid for. Or I'll never let her know that for 12 months. And this is the thing. I've been paying your wife rent through Cash App. Well, apparently he's still in the spot, so something had to get paid. Do the people know he in the spot? I would think that the people know he living there. So she's trying to like allegedly tell us, well, he living somewhere he ain't supposed to be living, and she pocketing the rent. But if she pocketing that rent, she should have had the money to pay the other rent. You know what I mean? Plus, it's all right, y'all. I'm gonna play one more because I am floored because no, she hasn't. This is about the kids. Okay, let's go into how Rae is alleging that Lashondra, who's a pastor now or bishop or something like that, she preaches all over TikTok. She even went to a school. And like I said, I've been following those people for a while. Like we've seen her on Say Yes to the Dress. We've seen her run for council. We've seen her with her class. Even I'm gonna just play a quick snippet of them, no music. And this is just in May. They at the Brat and Judy's baby shower. Let me just get this off of here. And if you're here, hit the like button for me. If you can. I know sometimes I be watching on my TV and all that stuff. So let's see. Let's just play this. Now this is her at Brat and them at Brat and Judy's baby shower. Like they've been having a good old time, okay? They've been living their life. They've been having a good old time. And we know them from even when Rae is teasing Lashondra, she's always getting something cheap, like a set of Capri Sun. She buying a great value Capri Sun, or she's always buying something cheap, you know. So they're such a cute couple. To see this happen is really crazy. So let's hear about the kids, because the kids are prominent. So Rae has a daughter. I think she has more than one child, but we see her daughter a lot, the one that's 20, a little over 21. And then we know Lashondra has a son. So let's hear how she talks about the daughter. Horrible.
Lashondra hates Jayla.
Now, Jayla's her daughter.
I found out she talked so bad about my child that it brought tears to my eyes. Telling her that she needs to grow up. She don't need to be asking me for money. My child. Meanwhile, your mom co-signed for your car and you're 46, 47. So how can you, talk dirt bad about Jayla? Call her nasty, call her all kind of stuff. My baby. So listen to me. When I noticed that I'm getting booked, right? Oh, you want to be there, but you don't want to work. You want to stare at me in a corner and sulk because it's not you. You want to be in secret competition with the person that you laying next to for no reason. But here's the thing. It had to be found out now, honey, because God ain't even taking, I'm not even where I'm going, right? I'm not even where I'm going yet. So I am staying at my best friend's house because I'm homeless with money in the bank. I'm just saying, it ain't my house. It ain't my house. This last thing,
Okay. I want to read this. Come get this commentary. Thank you for this. Come get the commentary too. Oh no, not the kids. And I don't care how old they is. If you're a mother, your kids is going to always be your baby. Don't talk crazy to my baby. I agree. Now, people that were saying, that they should get counseling and work it out. Once you tell the world, you tell the world that somebody called your baby. Hold on, let me tell you how many followers she has. Oh, sorry guys, sorry. As of right now, as we're speaking, okay, this is October 3rd. Raeshandra Lias Lockhart has 2.1 million followers and 124.5 million likes. So you have told 2.1 million people plus all the people that's following this drama that your wife hates your daughter. Ain't no coming back. We could start there. Ain't no coming back. Okay. And I said ain't. Okay. Now, how long did you know this? It's like sometimes when people get divorced, I'd be like, how long was this going on? How long did you know this part? You know, that they despised your child because it just couldn't come up yesterday. You know what I mean? And as I think about the videos, a lot of the videos, Rae would be with Jayla, but Lashondra would not, which I understand. But yeah, and then she went from there to how, you know, God's not done with her yet. She's not even where she's supposed to be. And she also mentioned how she feels like Lashondra sought her out and played on her. I want to review that a little later because I'm like, it sort of was a little humble beginnings, but she did have a little buzz, but not like the buzz now. So I could see that. But I'm not sure because, wait a minute, we'll go back to that. But if you watch how life did change after Rae got the weight loss surgery, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. However, it's sort of obvious a little bit how different beautiful girl either size. Let me be clear about that. When she got the weight loss surgery, when she went into the part of Beyonce being I'm going to every Renaissance concert there is, being invited, being a celebrity. I think that part played a part in it too, because she was able to move differently than she was at the beginning. Now, we'll jump into this on another live, but it was a live that went on this morning because her live went on last night. At first, it was like, I'm not going to discuss anything. I'm going to keep it private. I'm going to think about it. You know, all the things people say when they get a divorce. But what do content creators do? When their content is their life, you're going to become the content. So that is what happened. So now her divorce is the content, right? So I do feel like her success, her self-image, and I'm going to say her self-esteem, because you have to admit, you go from homelessness to your family doing you wrong. Like she said, allegedly her mom gambled away all her money. That's how she became homeless. To people doubting that you couldn't do anything, to look at you now. You know what I mean? Can we blame her? And then now you got the wife. I'm going to say it out of my mouth. This is not come out of her mouth. You got the wife. You have her trying to catch up, if you will. I'm just going to show a quick example while I do this commentary. I just think this is important to show. If you don't know them, I'm just going to go right quick to this TikTok. And as we see here, 2.1 million followers, right? And I just want to go down. She was going right here to another. Well, she was playing that You Gonna Make a hoe out of. She's going to Dallas Pride. Got another stud. Got another stud escorting her. And everybody noticed that it was just not the same home. Like, because every year we see the home, big Christmas decorations, big this, big that. When we just see her evolution, this is just her evolution has just changed since the weight loss surgery, since that, like she used to doubt herself, telling her testimony. Yeah, people gonna change. And I think that her wife wanted to keep up. I think her wife wanted to keep up. Like she said, she was sitting in the corner, wanting it to be her. I can see that. I can see that. It was like it was so extravagant, and I'm not comparing her to the pink sauce lady, but I sort of am a little bit, with the point that, man, you doing all this and you're getting evicted. Like, the business part is not in order, because this part you let your wife handle the business. This is where we are with it. So yeah, I do think the weight loss played a part in it. Do I think if she would not have tried to scam everybody, her wife, they would still be together? Yeah. Yeah, probably. But it probably had to be a lot of things worked out. A lot of things worked out. Okay. Let me go back to this video, because I really want to hear y'all. It was just so much. Like, she had so many Renaissance options, and she campaigned this with her boutique, to she actually got invited more than once. Okay. Oh, let's see. I want to hear it. I want to hear this. This is really helpful in shedding some light on what's happened between them, because I'm fairly new to their drama. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. It's inevitable when you're a BBW, a big girl, you have weight loss surgery. It literally does change your confidence, and you act different. That's it. It just is what it is. Okay. Okay. I was wondering if that was, because I was like, I watched every step of the way. She actually gave us like 6 months post-op. 1 month. If you guys aren't following her, please follow her. And she gave all these different post-op app. You could see like where she went from this size to that size, and how she was feeling, and all of that stuff. And she's to where she is now. And it was a process. I think it was like maybe 3 years since she had it. Two. And the transformation was crazy. And even how they interacted, where he would, where I'm sorry, not trying to misgender. Because you know what, Minister Sean, I wonder if Lashondra was her. I never even looked into her pronouns, so I hope I'm not giving her the wrong pronouns. But yeah, how she leaned on her wife a lot more than how it is now. It's just totally different. Even her wigs are different. Okay. Her confidence went right up. Now I want to play one more thing, because I don't want to. And remember, the wife a minister. Now, the wife supposed to be a minister, but she's supposed to be scamming people. So everybody came out now. The church, everybody coming out to tell her, you know what, Rae, your wife ain't nothing. Now, I'm just giving my honest opinion. Do I believe she knew nothing? I don't. And I'm not claiming that she was not an innocent party, and that someone did not pull the wool over her eyes. In my personal opinion, I'm gonna play another video where it's gonna come to that, where y'all will hear it. She knew enough, but I think that she, right now, the point that she is, okay, I'm gonna say it the way I want to say it. Y'all forgive me if you're a fan. She knew enough that the scheming and scamming in the beginning, if it didn't touch her, it was okay. That's how I feel. Now she's gotten so big, and the scheming and the scamming, alleged scheming and scamming, could touch her. And it did, to the point that she's getting evicted. And you'll hear her in the video say that we thought that they owned the house. I think that us as a collective, we said they owned the house because the house was so big. They decorated it. They went out. They did everything. Lawn care, showed us Home Depot, everything. So it looked like they bought the house. So we find out that the house is rented, right? And it's rented by a couple that follow them on TikTok, that follow them on social media. So they're seeing everything going on. So again, she gets an eviction letter on the door. You mean that nobody reached out to Rae and said, hey, I know you living in this house too. Do you know the rent is not paid? Do you know that the sewage is not paid? Do you know that the water bill is not paid? We know you're on the way to the Beyonce concert, but do you know it's not paid? Because this just doesn't seem right for you not to respond to the 30-day notice, the this notice, or whatever happens in that state. And now it came to the point that you got to be out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think that it was okay. And she was like, as long as you don't mess with me, we good. But now it's to the point that it's like, you know what? Now people, I'm getting booked and busy, and people are noticing me out here. And now your name is dragging me down in the streets. And now you got getting me put out the house. Now you didn't let it touch homes. Because you knew your brother moved into the apartment complex. You know what I mean? Let's listen to this because I'll go off on it. Again, it's just so much. And like I said, it's not like people can't pull the wool over your eyes. I'm just sitting here like you know nothing. And again, not to reference Shirley Strawberry, but going back to it, you giving us advice. Funny advice, but you're giving us advice. Now we gotta look at somebody else. Okay, let's go. Let's go on to the next thing, and I'm gonna read some comments. Thanks for being here, y'all. Okay, I want to play another because the live went on past my bedtime. So I'm gonna go to a couple of people and I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna put it on. Let's listen to the intro of the divorce.
Once I say what I gotta say, okay? And I know y'all gonna be like, no, you shouldn't take it to social media. It's not worth it. It is. It is. Because see, one thing that you all fail to realize is that there's no more room under rugs to sweep shit. You see what I'm saying? We don't get nowhere by sweeping shit under the rug. We don't get, no, it's not a joke. So I'm not doing it. Yeah, there's no more room. So, are y'all ready though? No, we're not going to counseling, honey. No. Right. We're past that. We're starting at the top. Okay? We're starting at the top. I need y'all to take notes and write it down. Number one. August 30th. I need you to write that down. Okay? August 30th. I'm backing out of the driveway, me and Jayla. Jayla says, Mama, what's that on the front door? I said, I don't know. We get out, go get it off the door. It's a fucking eviction notice on my front door. August 30th. Do you hear what I said? August 30th. No, I'm not lying. I call Lashondra and I say, what the fuck is this on the door? She said, I don't know. It must be a mistake. No, we didn't buy this house. This house is rented. Okay? The house is rented by a black couple and they follow us on social media. So how fucking embarrassing. How embarrassing. Okay? She says, I don't know. It must be a mistake. Same day, we're leaving. I got two gigs. I got 2 gigs in Atlanta that I got to go to. Labor Day weekend, right? this fucking eviction notice on the door. We get to Atlanta. I do both of my gigs. Okay, I come back from Atlanta September 5th. I say, have you talked to the people? What is this eviction notice about? She says, I haven't heard from them. Okay, September 5th. September 6th, I get up and get dressed and go to the rental office. I go to Remax office. Okay? I had to sit across from this man while he prints off all this stuff and tells me what's been going on for the past 11 months. Okay? Because we ain't been in the house a year. Okay? So, I sent Lashondra the funds on August 15th. I pay my boutique rent on the 1st. I pay my house rent on the 15th, plus late fees. Okay?
Okay. I had to pause it there. She says she pays her boutique rent on the 1st. Then she pays, now this is Rae talking. She pays her boutique rent on the 1st, and then she pays her house rent on the 15th, plus late fees. I repeat, she pays her boutique rent on the 1st, and then she pays her house rent on the 15th plus late fees. Now, this was the question, because I'm always trying to think, why is that? Why wouldn't she pay the house she lives in? So basically, she's paying Lashondra. She's paying her wife the money plus late fees. But the rent's still not getting paid, y'all. So she's sending the rent to Lashondra plus late fees. So they must be splitting the rent in half, is what I'm alleging. So I'm like, why is she paying like that? Now, again, I want to bring up, I've been following her a long time. She's a veteran, so maybe she gets a check from that. She also has an online boutique, She also she has a wonderful social media presence. So, TikTok pay you, I think, on the 9th or something. Y'all let me know. YouTube pay you on the 21st. And I don't know what Instagram, Facebook pay, because I never got to that part. But I never got to any of them. But yeah, just wondering, why would you be paying your rent late? Again, why would your mentality as such a successful person, and she tells us more than once she has money in the bank, would she be paying her rent late plus late fees? So if you're paying late fees, y'all gather me, right? If you're paying late fees, you already know that the money is not getting to the renter, the realtor or the landlord on time, regardless, right? Again, if you're paying late fees, you know that rent's not being paid on time, regardless. Your wife got a job every 2 weeks or once a month or whatever. She got a job. Y'all both have huge social medias that are monetized. Why are you paying your rent late?
Sent Lashondra my money. Sent Lashondra my money. He prints off all this stuff and tells me what's been going on for the past 11 months. Okay? Because we ain't been in the house a year. Okay? So, I sent Lashondra the funds on August.
I just want, again, now we know you haven't been in the house a year.
The people.
You haven't been in the house a year. And you're paying the rent late? Like, you be on your best behavior when you first get in. And I want to be clear, she's going to be okay. Like I said, 2.1 million followers. She tells us over and over she got money in the bank. Someone's going to rent to her in her area. She's going to be okay. We know that. But you paying your rent late? And you paying your wife the money plus the late fee? let's listen again. Okay.
What is this eviction notice about? She says, I haven't heard from them. Okay, September 5th. September 6th, I get up and get dressed and go to the rental office. I go to Remax office. Okay? I had to sit across from this man while he prints off all this stuff and tells me what's been going on for the past 11 months. Okay? Because we ain't been in the house a year. Okay? So I sent Lashondra the funds on August 15th. I pay my boutique rent on the 1st. I pay my house rent on the 15th, plus late fees. Okay? I sent Lashondra my money August 15th. Okay? Not only did she not go online and make the payment, she waited until August 21st to take them a check. August 21st, August 24th, the check bounced. This is the third NSF charge. Okay? Third NSF.
Okay. Gotta add my commentary here. I know y'all probably tired of stopping, but hit the like if you're in here. It's a commentary channel. Okay. So look. Let's really break this down because it's like nowhere how Rae didn't know something. They've been in this house less than a year. Okay. She's paying the rent late and she's paying it to Lashondra, her wife. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, all right. So then she finds out Lashondra still didn't just go online and use her debit card or whatever and pay the rent. She walks a physical check down to the rental office on the 21st. Y'all, I'm wondering now. She did break down in another TikTok how they don't have joint bank accounts, which is good for her. But I'm wondering if that 21st has anything to do with Meta and how they deposit money and stuff like that. And that's why she waited. Because Lashondra has her own social media presence, like I said, right? So I think she's like over 490K followers. So she has a good social media presence. So she walks a check down, the check bounce. So they haven't been there a year, and they have allegedly, and she's telling us this, bounced 3 checks in this house. We see them go shopping for purses. We see them go shopping for these big old balloons and stuff they put outside their house. We've seen huge purchases of this 11 months, concerts, travel, this, that. They bounced 3, not they, but according to Rae, Lashondra bounced 3 checks on the rental office already, on the house for rent. All right, let's listen. So she's across from the man and finding out all this paperwork. This is bananas.
So the people file eviction, right? Because they're sick of asking for their money. So this is me, September 6th, sitting across from this man in the rental office telling me this, okay? I'm in tears. Why? Because y'all already know my story. I've already been homeless. How am I homeless with money in the bank? So I asked the man, I say, what do you need me to do right now, sir? He said, I need you to pay September rent. I go to the bank. I get $2,700 out the bank. Okay, $2,700 that I just earned in Atlanta. Okay, I take it to them. I take it to the rental office. He says, I'm not sure if they're going to let you stay. Okay? Listen, this is September 6th. Okay? That I had to pay $2,000 rent and 2 court costs because this was not the first time that they had filed eviction on us. This was not the first time. This is the first time I caught it, but this wasn't the first time. April or May, there was another NSF, right? So I say to him, I say, sir, could you please include me? Please include me since I've been left out. Because as you all know, Lashondra's a property manager, right? So the last 3 houses we've been in, she has found those houses. I let her pay. I send her my half. She's supposed to pay the bills. Okay? Listen to me. The man texted me at 9:30 p.m. on Wednesday, September 6th, and said, unfortunately, the $2,700 that you just gave us, the owners still want to move forward with eviction. Unless you all are out the house by September 30th, it's going on your credit report. Okay? Speaking of credit report, on the...
Okay, now, do anybody got a calculator? Because this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets so tricky. So August, they get the eviction note, right? Somebody do the calculation. So she says in here, allegedly their rent is $2,000, and this was not the first time they got filed eviction on, right? Okay, so we're going to assume they rent is $2,000 a month, okay? Now, if the rent is $2,000 a month and you got an eviction notice, right? This is just my math. That means you were behind in the rent. Like she said, the check bounced. Why would you go in that office in September with $2,700? Baby, I would have been there with that past due rent. I would have been there with that court cost rent. And I would have been there with September rent. You dang on Skippy that night in my head, y'all let me know if I'm wrong, that property manager sat up there and said, yeah, no, it ain't gonna work, dog. Because when was y'all gonna pay September rent? Am I making sense? Because if the check bounced for August, they filed eviction, which I gotta look up the state laws on that, because I know we get 30 days, like that 30 days, and that next month they could go on. So they filed for eviction in August, and she found out about it when she's getting ready to go away for Labor Day weekend. So September 6th, she go to the office, and they tell her that they passed due $2,700. Okay, so she tells us, oh, and thanks for this, Lola, pretty brown ass. This is cute. She probably didn't have it. You got to understand, she was left in the dark. I would, but in this same clip, she tells us, and I got how am I being evicted? And I got money in the bank. She's making sure she tells us over and over she got money in the bank. She's successful. You know what I mean? And I'm not blaming her. She very well, because I'm sure you had to get a U-Haul and you had to get everything else. I'm with you. But she's telling us we got money in the bank. Okay, she got money in the bank, not Lashondra. So she said, hey, here go this $2,700, and she probably went home and said her prayers, because I would have thought so. But then that night, he said, no, they're going to follow through on the eviction, and if you're not out by the 30th, it's going to go on your credit. Man, and I'm trying to figure out, why would it go on her credit if they, first of all, it would have to be a judge. I don't know, we got to look at the state law, because it would have to be a judge that would decide all that. At the end of the day, they'd have to take her to court. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, we're not in that state. So $2,700 you brought the August rent. Baby, bring that. This is advice for my people. Have that good faith payment. You've already had 3 bounce checks. You've already been late every month. Now you're telling us that you're late yourself paying your half. You're already late, right? And so, in turn of you being late, you know Lashandra's late too. So y'all been in that house 11 months paying late rent allegedly every month. So that might be why they were like, no. So in my eyes, you're both at fault. And y'all let me know your opinions. This is an open page. If you are paying the rent late and you are depending on your wife to pay with a late fee, like you said, and you're depending on your wife to pay the rent late, and she did, past the 15th. Here in Illinois, we get a 5-day grace period. Like you can pay it through the 1st or the 5th with no penalty, right? So I don't know how it is in ATL or where they are. You go ahead and you paying the rent late, knowing it purposefully. But you think that late fee make it okay. For some people, it don't, because their mortgage is due on the 1st if they have a mortgage. You know what I mean? And y'all, let me tell you, let me be honest. I was a young knucklehead. I learned that the hard way, thinking, oh, I'm going to pay my rent late because my landlord owned this house. Well, the whole time my landlord got to pay a mortgage, and I'm not thinking that. And they have a credit to uphold. You know what I mean? So, you know, we live and we learn. We live and learn. But y'all see what I'm saying with this? Do you think that maybe she was under the pressure her wife was taking care of it? Okay, this is a good question. She says Lashandra was a property manager in the last 3 houses that they lived in. Lashandra found. Okay, I am with that. All right, so she's a property manager. She know how to get a good deal and all that. The only thing that got me is when she says out her mouth, I pay this amount plus late fees. If you thought Lashandra, if she thought her wife was taking care of it, let's say the wife said, I have the rent in by the 5th, you just give me the money. No, it wasn't like that. From her mouth, it was, I pay that plus late fees. And then instead of Lashandra going down there to pay the rent, after the 15th, unless you guys let me know, in other states, our rents due on the 15th and stuff like that, let me know. Went down there and paid the rent late on the 16th instead of her paying it online. So she knew Lashandra did not pay that rent until she put her half in. That's it. Hey, Bernice, thanks for being here. She said, that's exactly what I was thinking. That $2,700 not gonna cut it. No, that 27. You always, the younger people or people that probably didn't have to. Let me tell you, your girl Burgundy been at home for a long time. And I done made a lot of mistakes along the way. So I'm not judging. I'm saying that it's always 2 to 3 sides to a story. And I do think that this was it was a little, she could have been in the dark, but she wasn't she was in the dust dark. She was like, it was the street lights came on and she could see a little bit. but it wasn't that bad. And then now she's really in the dark when she opened the blinds and she see what it is. That's what I think happened. But yeah, y'all always make a good faith payment. If you think your car, like if today you behind, we know how hard things are. If your car is if you think that it's about to be repossessed or something, and you don't feel like hearing those people's mouths, call them anyway. Sometimes a phone call, sometimes a freaking good, hey, I know one thing. I got that $2,700 back payment, but now it's September the 6th. I'm in your office. I damn sure not gonna bring you just a $2,700 when rent due on the 1st. No, here go your $2,700, and you know what, Lashandra? We're gonna have to scrape up $2,000 to move anyway. We might as well scrape up $2,000 to pay this rent this month on time. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's just the way certain people think. Now imagine these people following her on social media. We could go to the social media and we could say September 6th. So she was in Atlanta. And then when was Beyonce in Houston? You know what I mean? Or where was let me see. I just want to go. I'm just gonna give you an example. Like when was Beyonce in Houston? When was she at this concert? So imagine the people following her on social media. And as we know, as content creators, social media is her job, right? However, they like, oh no, baby, you know, I'm just gonna go to one day out of nowhere. This September the 10th, you in New York Fashion Week. I just want to share. I'm like I said, we're gonna try to claim fair use and all of that good stuff. And thanks to my good sis for giving me an example of how to do it. But imagine these people. Let's just go. Sorry, guys, I got to get used to this. Imagine these people that you are, now they not understanding you getting paid for this on September the 10th. Let's just say that weekend after we said you evicted, you at Fashion Week. They don't understand that. You know what I mean? So bring that my whole thing was bring that good faith payment in. And then they not even just watching your page. When you owe somebody money, baby, they watching your mama page, your grandma page, everybody. I just want to go to September 6th. This is her, like she said, she's in Atlanta. Just imagine the people like, this lady ain't paid my rent yet. Damn, she ain't paid. I just want to go to the first. Just like brunch and everything on the 3rd. Just can you imagine that? Can you just imagine this? The first, the second, on the road, y'all kicking it in their eyes. Not she look real pretty right there. Not that you are kicking it because this is work for you, but they like, baby, no, you will not be back here again. And we just saw you host 3, 4, 5 events, and saw you at Fashion Week, and then saw you at Beyonce concert, then saw you traveling here and there. No, we're gonna bring that good faith payment in. That's what I want to say. Not blaming, just bring that good faith payment in, because that past due don't cut it when the people see the cycle gonna pass again. You know what I mean? She very well might not have had it, but that's not what she's telling us. Something in the milk ain't clean. Yeah, something ain't right. And I hope it don't get too messy, but once she did let it loose and we did all got our commentary on it, that's it. So let's listen to another part. So that's what I wanted to say. I'm like, I had to do the math, like, and I've been there. You gonna bring $2,700, child? You're still in what they say when they put something on your door. You're in arrears. The arrearage is over.
The way to Atlanta, as you all seen in my videos, on the way to Atlanta, she tells me, oh, by the way, I have defaulted on the loan that you co-signed on in 2021. Okay? I said,
wait, okay. Real quick. She said because now they evicted, they know they evicted. So now they got to find a place to stay. So now Lashondra decided to tell Rae, hey, you know what? I defaulted on the loan. Rae, where's your Credit Karma on your phone? Where is your Credit Karma? Where is your Credit Sesame? Where's your little free Experian? What do you mean? What kind of loan was it? Now we ain't gonna even get to the Renter Center. Y'all hit the like if you heard about the Renter Center. I didn't even know Renter Center was still open. But where is your Credit Karma on your phone? You want every app on here. You ain't got Credit Karma? Okay.
Excuse me? You mean the loan that you gaslit me into signing for? Because I don't co-sign for bitches. I don't co-sign for nobody. My children either. I said, so when the last time you made a payment on the loan, Lashondra? She said May, June. It's fucking September. Okay? Now you're fucking with my credit. Okay? Now you're fucking with my credit. Y'all wanted to know so bad, so that's why we all here. Right? Okay? So, here we go. Me sitting outside my boutique crying at 9:30 at night because this man has told us that to move. Okay? And then he says, oh, by the way, the sewer and water bill is more than 90 days past due. That balance will have to be paid also. This is in the group chat that I've never been in before. So I say, OMG. Do you know what Lashondra put in that group chat, y'all? She simply said, what's past due? Question mark. You heard what the fuck he said. Why would you put that in the doggone group? You heard what he said. He said, we gotta move out and the water and sewer bill is more than 90 days past due. So, I shut down, right? I'm not talking. I ain't talked to her for 2 days. I still ain't talked to her. So Friday, because y'all need to write these dates down. Friday, September 8th, I'm packing to leave for New York Fashion Week because I get paid to do what the fuck I do. Okay, so I'm going. So I'm gonna repeat.
Okay. Again, we hear she's mentioning the paid, right? So this is the bad part about going live, because if you're telling us to listen up and write these dates down, we are listening. Now we know you just got paid to and again, we're just breaking down this story. No hate. So we know you just got paid, as you told us, to do was it Pride? She had to go to Atlanta. Okay. So she got paid for that, right? She had to host. So now it's time for her to go to Fashion Week. And she's making sure she let us know I get paid to do what the F I do. So she's constantly getting paid. So it's like, where is the late? Okay, let's go to part 2. This is it.
Okay, so I'm going. So I'm packing for New York Fashion Week, and she is talking about, I don't want to go another day with you mad at me and we not talking. I said, Lashondra, my mama gambled away my money and I ended up homeless, okay? Living in Louisville, Kentucky. And I didn't speak to my mama for over a year. You want me to speak to you after 48 hours, less than 48 hours of finding out that we getting evicted? Are you dumb? I'm not talking to you. So she then, when I said, Lashondra, I don't want to talk to you because I'm going to say something that I may regret. Don't you know that Lashondra then left her ass over into my face, nose to nose, talking about you gonna talk to me in my face. You gonna get bucked at me because I'm mad at you. Do you want to die? Okay? Do you want to die? She's like, I'm gonna leave before you. I'm gonna leave because you're talking out of anger. I said, no, I'm not talking out of anger. I will put my hands on you. Okay? So that was September 8th.
Okay, y'all. So 2 days after the rental office, it was about to get domestic. And she had every right to tell this lady no, but not the minister jumping up in your face. Like, see, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. All this cutesy stuff, all these cutesy posts and love bug stuff. You never know the real. Now, this whole time they laying up together and this lady not paying the rent for her wife. This is crazy. Or for the household. They got children. But you're not paying the rent to make sure your head stays there too. And then in the same retrospect, Rae wasn't even making sure, as a person who's been previously homeless, that things were going to get done. All right, so let's go. So it's about to get domestic, and I'm so sad about that. No.
That's the last time that I've seen Lashondra face to face, because not only have you triggered me by now making me homeless again, now you're jumping in my face like my ex-husband. Now I'm going to have to put you in the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? So here we are. I leave. I go to New York. I enjoy New York. I'm on my way back. From the airport. And her mom calls, trying to figure out what's going on. But the one thing that her mom said to me that shut my whole spirit down, she said to me, Raeshandra, everybody lies.
What?
She says, everybody lies.
Y'all, what was that supposed to mean? So Lashondra mama told Rae everybody lies? Like, okay, I guess that meant she's been through it already. Like she knows her daughter's a liar. I don't know. Or was she saying that to say, we caught you in a lie too? I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird. I wonder what that was about.
See, the first time I left Lashondra was December of 2021. I went and stayed in a hotel for a few days because she lied about the dining room table. She told me that her mama gifted us the dining room table in January of 2021. December 2021, I get a knock at my door from Rent-A-Center to repo a fucking table.
Now I'm gonna pause it because I know y'all getting a little mad at me when I say that about her being in the dark. I'm not trying to come down on Rae so hard, but number one, Lashondra, why would you lie about your mama gifted a dining room table from Rent-A-Center? Like I have been to Rent-A-Center. Y'all, I'll have that story for another day. It was a washer and dryer. They was coming for me, y'all. But Rent-A-Center was the worst back. I didn't even know they were still open. Back in the day, they were the worst. Rent-A-Center, what was that other thing? That catalog you get, Finger Hut. Oh my gosh, you'll be paying on a sheet set for life. But Rent-A-Center, why would you lie? I mean, it wasn't like, to me, I've had Rent-A-Center, but when you could tell Rent-A-Center furniture when you see it. It was like the regular stuff. It wasn't like extravagant that I remember. Like, this was like the late 90s, early 2000. No, this was like the 2000s when I was Rent-A-Center, early 2000s. So why would you lie to your wife about Rent-A-Center a dining room table if you're the one responsible for the financial decisions, and if you needed a dining room table that bad? You know what I mean? It's simple stuff like this that don't make sense. I'm sure it's more to the context, but yeah. So she lied. So Lashondra lied and told Rae the mama did get them a table. So here we go with this gifted situation again. However, this is what I want to understand. We're going now, y'all I just want y'all to pick up what she putting down. We're going to hear once again about how much money she got. Let's go. Again, why the rent late, $2,700, blah, blah, blah. Let's go.
Now, I'm all over the internet. I could buy 14 fucking tables. But you rented a table and lied about a damn table. Why? Who does that? Insanity. Okay? Insanity.
Now you heard it out her mouth. I'm all over the internet. I could buy 14 effing tables. Bam. We heard it. Now this was in 2021. So she's telling us that she's been checking the bag. All right. That's what I want to say. Again, when we get to that $2,700, why would you just bring that rent down that one past due month? Girl, bring it. Bring it all.
I said, when I came back, Lashondra, if you lie to me again, I'm leaving. Okay? That was 2021. Now, here we are back in 2023. I'm sitting at the airport. The rental property that she applied for, because we got to move, denied us. Why? Because your fucked up credit, and now you done brought my credit down. Because you just told me that you defaulted on a loan that I co-signed on. So of course it's not going to get approved. Okay? Listen, I don't know where it is. So here we go. So then I called my best friend, right? I said, best friend, this is what is going on. Okay? She says to me, well, friend, let me tell you, do you know that Lashondra borrowed $1,000 from me and my wife? What? I said, when? When did she borrow $1,000 from my best friend? She said, about a month before y'all got married. She said that y'all needed money for finish paying for your dress and some other stuff. I said, my daddy bought my dress. I was going to say yes to the dress. Okay? You think they're going to let me walk out of Kleinfeld on them? Huh? They said they thought I knew. They didn't know that I didn't know that she borrowed money from my friends.
You did. You just thought it was a gift.
Yes, she told me that they gifted us $1,000. She did not say that she borrowed $1,000 from my friend. It took her a year and a half to pay them back. And they see us out here living our lives and feeling some type of way because my wife owes them money and I don't know it. Okay? So now I'm livid. Now I'm livid. I say, I'm going to lay down. I'm going to lay down. Okay? The next day I get up, I go to the boutique. I'm talking to my friend Ashley at the boutique. I'm telling her, bitch, I'm about to be homeless again. And all the other shit that I found out. And you know what she says to me? She says, well, friend. I said, well, friend, what? Lashondra owes me money from June. I say, what? She said she owes me money from June. I said, for what? She says, when her bishop came down, they stayed at the Airbnb upstairs above the boutique. And I haven't been paid. Okay? So then I get on the phone and I call Lashondra's bishop and I say, hey, my friend Ashley says her and her husband hasn't been paid from the Airbnb stay when y'all came down. She said, let me send you the screenshot. She hung the phone up. She hung the phone up and sent me the screenshot. They sent Lashondra that money June 26th. Okay? June 26th. So if you sent the money June 26th, then why hasn't my friend Ashley been paid for the Airbnb stay? Where's the fucking money? Okay? Every time I talk to somebody, she owes them money. Okay? My brother has been cash apping Lashondra his rent for the past 12 months because he lives on that property. I said, what, Morris? He said, yeah, for the past year. So y'all tell me, do y'all think that Lashondra is going to go to the ATM machine or anywhere and withdraw that money, get a money order, and run it through the system? Because she can't run it through as herself because she works there. But it's the fact that you're accepting federal money through your personal cash app. I'm gonna repeat myself.
Oh, okay, y'all. So, all right, I wanted to get I want to get to Wayne the Savage comment. He was like, "I got what takes your bestie so long to tell you?" We went through this earlier in the live. What the heck is going on where Rae's friends are giving Rae's wife Lashondra so much money? Rae's brother is giving Lashondra's wife so much money, and I'm telling you, it's probably a hookup thing. I'm gonna be 100% honest. This is me saying allegedly because we've heard Rae say, you know, Lashondra's a property manager. She's found the last 3-4 properties they lived in, right? So for the brother to live on the property where Rae, where Lashondra manages, why is he cash apping his rent? Like I said, if anybody knows about Morris, please put it in the chat. I do not. So I'm hope I'm not saying anything wrong. Like, is he healthy? Is he okay? To walk his own money down to the rental office. He lives on a property where Lashondra works. So when I heard the cash apping of the money, I figured he was like a roommate of the house or something like that. No, he lives in his own apartment building. And I want to tell you about the key words on why I thought I have not seen Morris, but I'm wondering what I recall seeing Morris on her social media, if he's okay, because she said, "Why are you accepting federal money? Why are you accepting federal money through your Cash App?" Remember, Rae is ex-military. She's a veteran, right? That was her story, from a homeless veteran to now a successful person when she went on Say Yes to the Dress. So was her brother in the military too? Is that why she's saying that? Because now you putting Lashondra's job at risk if y'all didn't catch T. Because you're saying, so how? And so he's been there 12 months cash apping his rent. So she's like, well, you think Lashondra is going to go down to the ATM and get a money order and go pay the rent? No. Why should she? Why he can't pay his own rent or go online like y'all do? Hopefully, you know, a lot of complexes have it, but go online like you do and pay his own rent. Why is he cash apping the rent? In my eyes, allegedly, it's a hookup. It's some kind of hookup, and it has been exposed. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, I've been saying a lot of my opinions. I'm gonna actually I gotta go to work in a little bit, but I'm just gonna put in the chat if you want to call in and say something about it. I'm gonna see if I can do that, but try to work it. There you go. So there's a StreamYard link if you want to say something. Because we have to look back. Now your friends. Now remember, like she says, I'm all over the internet. We know how successful Rae is. So your friends have loaned money for a dress when you were going to Kleinfield because Lashondra called your best friend, asked. Now we're getting into the business. Sorry, guys. We're getting into the business side of the thing where, again, your friend or business associate, you're renting the Airbnb over the boutique. Since June, she come and say, yeah, I didn't get money for the Airbnb. I sent it to Lashondra. Y'all, and we get even deeper. We're gonna play it next, where she got paid from certain events from another friend, and Lashondra says, send it to me, don't send it to my wife. What the heck? Like, what? Rae seems like such a strong person. Why would they keep her in the dark about everything? Hold on, guys. Let me find that other. And I did put the Streamline link if you want to say anything. 1 second. Let me just get that other link for y'all.
You know what she says to me?
Okay, y'all. Let's get to the next part. This is about the church. Thanks for being here. Hit the like if you're here, please.
She says, well, friend. I said, well, friend, what? Lashondra owes me money from June. She hung the phone up and sent me the screenshot. They sent Lashondra that money June 26th. Okay? June 26th. So if you sent the money June 26th, then why hasn't my friend Ashley been paid for the Airbnb stay?
And why Ashley didn't say anything? Because now you got two people involved. You got the people that stayed there involved not paying you. Then you got Rae and her wife not paying you. You see what I'm saying? Like, so nobody's saying nothing?
Where's the fucking money? Okay? Every time I talk to somebody, she owes them money. Okay? My brother.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I thought we got to that part.
Part 3.
I say, what? She said she owes me money from June.
I'm sorry,
I said,
y'all.
for rent.
This was
for the past 12
there
months.
We go.
Because he lives on that property. I said, what, Morris? He said, yeah, for the past year. So y'all tell me, do y'all think that Lashondra is going to go to the ATM machine or anywhere and withdraw that money, get a money order, and run it through the system? Because she can't run it through as herself because she works there. But it's the fact that you're accepting federal money through your personal cash app. Lashondra hates Jayla. I found out she talked so bad about my child that it brought tears to my eyes. Telling her that she needs...
I'm a fast forward that part because we went through that when she said that Lashondra hates Jayla. Let's see if I can get past that because I don't want to keep replaying how bad she don't like the baby.
And she says, well, friend, I said, well, what the fuck now? Because everybody got to tell me something. Because she's going through my friends. She's running through my friends. So let me tell you this. She said, I know you've been booked and busy and you've been out of town. And remember when you did an advertisement for me, I wanted to pay you for that. So I reached out to Lashondra and told her to send me an invoice so that we can pay you. August 28th, they reached out to her and
I'm going to pause that, y'all. August 28th, they reached out. Now, remember, August 30th, they got the eviction notice, right? I mean, yeah, she was getting ready to go out of town. So, yeah, August 30th. So, August 28th, she's about to get paid from an advertisement from her friend. So, I'm assuming that the friend reached out to Lashondra because she probably figured Rae wasn't going to take her money because they were friends. That's me alleging that. Let's go to it.
To pay me.
It's pausing, y'all.
And she sent me the screenshots. And the screenshot said, I'm going to send you the invoice from Deliverance by Grace because I can't send it from hello@rllockhart.com without notifying Raeshandra. It says that. Why wouldn't you want me notified about my own motherfucking funds? Why wouldn't you want me notified that somebody's trying to pay me? You laid right next to me and didn't say, hey, babe, somebody reached out trying to pay you for some work that you did. I'm in a bad Tubi movie, y'all. So y'all can think whatever y'all want to about.
She said I'm in a bad Tubi movie. I gotta give her that one. That was funny. Now let me tell you this. I blame the friend. Okay. Now, once you would have sent that money to her with a note, PayPal, Zelle, hey, thank you for what you did. Boop. Invoice. She wanted an invoice, but she could have asked her for an invoice later. Instead, you send the money to Minister Sean's LLC. What? So I blame the friend because what did that invoice matter at that point? Because now you're sending money to a nonprofit organization. I'm using air quotes here. If you need the receipt for your taxes or business expenses, instead of to Rae and proof of what her social media presence did for your business. Huh? All right.
About me. I will be a villain. But when I say that I'm done, then I'm done.
Speak your truth.
Thank you, friend. I'm done. And I'm glad that I got it out. I'm glad that I got it out because where's the money? What is happening? So when I say that I'm done, I don't feel no type of way about it. I don't know where the money, I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went, but what I do know is
I want to pause it there. So just imagine, y'all was about to get evicted. I don't know how much money old girl was sending to Rae or Lashondra for the advertisement, right? So this was August 28th, and then her and Jayla, if I'm not mistaken, and we're gonna do another video, but they saw the eviction notice August 30th. She had to go out of town, so she finally got, after Labor Day weekend, everything was closed. She got to get to the office on September 6th. Could that money have saved them from eviction? Just think about it. So did Lashondra pocket that money? Did the best friend ever send the money? I didn't get that part yet, but wow, when you think about it, money, y'all, wow.
What I do know is that nobody knew who she was before me. You didn't have a passport before me. You ain't been flown out the country before me. I pay for that. I pay for that. Nobody knew who you was. You built a whole platform off of my back.
That best friend in the background of us. All these ad libs.
Okay. So the bishop calls me back and she says, hey, Raeshandra, did you get the screenshot of the payment that I sent? I said, yes. She said, I wanted to talk to you about something. When you all were in Atlanta back in July after Essence for the convocation, another bishop came up to me from LA.
Raeshandra live part.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
She's like, and she says, well, friend, I said,
I'm sorry, guys. I had it.
Your kids are grown. You don't have to have a place for stop this before she goes back to jail.
There we go.
We go to church afterwards. we go to the taco place after church, and pastor says something to the effect of, you know, she needs to stop this before she goes back to jail. Now I'm 3 margaritas in, so I had to take my shades off. I said, excuse me, back to jail. When Lashondra been in jail? For fraud?
Y'all, can you imagine? So she married Lashondra allegedly, and I know another YouTuber probably gonna bring the real receipts, y'all. But Lashondra had been to jail. Can you imagine getting to know somebody, talking to somebody, and they not tell you that part of their history? Now, did she go to jail like she went in Walmart and wrote a bad check and got caught and got pulled in the back room and got out? Or did she go to jail like court jail 90 days in? We don't know yet. But it's never mentioned that you were arrested or that you've been to jail and you married this person, and it's for fraud. Now, this is interesting. Let's keep listening.
When was somebody gonna tell me?
Side note, where was any of Lashondra friends? I keep hearing about Rae friends. Where were Lashondra friends? And I know she had a mom around and a son, but nobody gave clues or hints. It's what weird.
I believe with my whole heart that she sought me out, that she Googled me, that she found out who I was and what I was doing. And she inserted herself into my life. This was a whole scam. The whole marriage, everything was a scam. I don't believe nothing she's ever said to me. I don't believe none of it. I want my fucking money. And I can't get my time back. And I don't wish nothing but the worst for her. She needs to go to jail. She needs her ass beat, and she needs to go to jail. Now
I'm gonna pause it there. She needs to be careful what she say on the internet as somebody with 2.1 million followers that's influencing a one-sided story. I do want to say that. I do know the anger, like when she said she can't get her time back, that's the most important. Like, can you imagine that? Being in love, being married, coming out, after you had a husband and children, and now you're coming out and you're with the scammer. It's just a lot.
We have never had shared bank accounts. I never gave her access to my stuff because I got people that trust me with their stuff, and she can't have access to this stuff. For 6 years, she was saying shit like, oh, we need to get a joint account together. We need to get a joint. No. You tell me what you need, and I give you money. But because I have already been homeless from trusting somebody with my funds, yeah. 6 years. And here's the thing. You didn't even play it right. You didn't even play it right. Because I ain't even done. I'm not even going where I'm supposed to go yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? And my friend said to me, it's like, Raeshandra, well, this time, at least you're not broke. This time you're homeless. At least you're not broke. Your kids are grown. You don't have to have a place right now. And I said, you're right. You're right. But see,
I'm gonna pause it there. Again, for people that's just joining, thanks for joining. We're gonna end the live in a little bit. Those that were here, do you see? Put a 1 in the chat if you see what I'm talking about when they're talking about money. When she's talking about money, you know what I mean? It's the late fee for me. I understand Lashondra was paying it. I do. I understand you were in the dark. But it was the late fee for me when you had the money. You know what I mean? Okay. I gotta get over it. Y'all probably saying Burgundy, get over it.
And we were supposed to be doing a TV show back in March. Started in March. And you see the writer's strike happened. And everything got put on pause. Because just imagine this being on TV. Imagine. I didn't move out, honey. We were evicted. Yeah. We were evicted. So, yes. Evicted. 6-figure business owner. Evicted. Okay? Evicted. But you see, she went ahead and found her an apartment, right? Her mom probably co-signed for that too. But she...
Okay. So y'all, we're gonna have to do another live. So let's get to, so we got to that one side, right? Wait a minute. I'm gonna see if I got this last little part.
You have built a platform off my back. And nobody... I'm gonna stay booked, and I'm gonna stay busy, and I'm gonna stay blessed. But she had to be exposed now because she couldn't go no further with me. Okay? It had to come off now. It had to be revealed now. He had to snatch that shit now. So. All paperwork and receipts will be up when I feel like putting them up. I don't have any reason to lie to anybody. I gave y'all everything I had. Okay? Yeah. So when I say that I'm walking through a fever dream, don't that shit sound fake? Don't it sound like a made-up movie? Don't it? But it's not. It's real life. No, I did not sign a prenup. I don't owe her anything, and she ain't getting shit from me. Yeah. I got a lawyer. But yeah, it needs to be a Lifetime movie. So when I tell y'all females ain't no different, females ain't no different than a man. Scam, con artists, out of control. Oh, my children, everybody wants to fight. We are trying to keep our shit together. Okay? Everybody, she needs her ass beat and she needs to be in jail. I'm not sure why y'all don't understand it. All right, y'all. I'm gone. Hope, when I wake up tomorrow, this is probably going to be everywhere. But I had to release it. I hope that those followers that are following her know who she is. I hope that you all know who she is. Because I didn't. And I don't want another church or another woman to suffer. Y'all better watch your pockets. Okay? Good night.
Well, there you have it. This was quite deep. I really feel bad. Sorry, y'all had to move areas because it's so hard for me to just get through a live here. I'm trying to move and everything. It's just a mess. Y'all, what do you think about this? I definitely believe Rae. I do believe the stuff went down. Do I think she needs some accountability for where she just was too lax? Now, I have to keep in mind she is a business owner. She was probably running a lot of hats at that time. But for somebody to be homeless and to turn around and be homeless again by trusting somebody, like it, I'm wondering how. Was Lashondra that much of a scammer that she was moving that smoothly that she didn't see anything? I cannot wait to hear both sides. I do believe Rae. I will say that it's just it doesn't seem like neither one of them were financially responsible. That's what I want to say. Y'all leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And I'm gonna get, this is the best comment. This is why both sides in a relationship need to be accountable for the money. Accountability. And it seemed like they were paying 50-50 bills. So we're gonna have to get into that too. Like, why in the heck was only, I know Lashondra found the leasing place, right? Was Lashondra the only one that name was on the lease? And I do find this prenup interesting. So we're going to talk about this in another live. Thanks for being here. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all support. And we're going to still pray for them because this is a lot. Like, I can see the anger. I want Rae to be careful what she keeps saying about beating ass and all that stuff. I want her to be careful about that because you never know what kind of crazy fan you got out there. Or, you know, what if Lashondra's a scammer, if she's a scammer the way she said, she could scam an ass whooping, right? She could scam, my wife sent someone over here, not putting their energy out there. You know, be careful what you say. I know she's mad and she got every right to be. Y'all, this story is sad. And this just, again, brings me back to the Shirley Strawberry and the freaking, I'm gonna be honest, I always go back to the pink sauce lady because I talk about her here and there, and I'm probably gonna do a video on her soon. But we found out she was lying, and while she was lying, she was being irresponsible with money, and everybody thought she had gotten to Walmart and had it made. Like, don't let and I'm not calling Rae a liar, I'm just saying this scenario, just what we see that's being played out, is not all that glitters is not gold. You know what I mean? All these people, we see them, even Rae, she was on this live and she was getting all those gifts and stuff. She made thousands, right? You know, thousands from that live. Put in a good place. Put in a good place. Now you're alone. Now you can run things the way you want. And I'm sure somebody's going to come to help her because she is so popular. You know what I mean? If it's just that one loan, what was the loan, y'all? That was on her credit and she co-signed for? Like a lot of rental places, like what kind of place are y'all trying to get? Because a lot of rental places will overlook that one part and say, okay, you co-sign, we'll trust you with the bigger security deposit. Like you said, you got money in the bank, you could pay 3, 4 months, 5 months up front. Y'all see what I'm saying? Like, it's a way around it. It's not like you have to be homeless. You might not get the home you want right now, or you could go ahead and look into buying, you know, a small term, you know, something like that, small before you buy big. But a lot of times, as I hate to compare this, Shirley Strawberry, we hear those videos, those jail calls. And it seems like I used to feel bad for Shirley, but it seems like she was so fixated on her lifestyle. That's more than her daughter's safety or anything else. She was fixated on her lifestyle and what the people saw because that paid her bills. You know what I mean? So, y'all, let's talk about it in the comments below. As always, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Comment Blue Commentary Comment Burgundy Blue Commentary.